Hello guys, welcome back. My name is Timmy Tran. I'm your link to the fire within and to God. Alright guys, you have the power. You can change anything in your life anytime you want to. Right? I'm just here as a messenger to give you this message. Whether you like it or not, what you want to believe in or not, but that's up to you. You got the power, the will. Right? I'm not gonna force. God want me not to force on you guys, all right? Because He give you the power to choose. Now remember, every action got consequence, and every action got a reward, and that's how God created, whether you like it or not. And that's for expand, for your experience in your life. Any action that you take, does it have a consequence? It have a reward. You think about it. Every action you took, you think about that, right? Now, some of the things that that happen in your life that maybe it's not your fault. It's because you're surrounded with people that make bad decisions. So when people make bad decisions, when you're around, what happens? You're going to face the consequence. Some of the consequences the action that they took. The same thing, a snake is a poisonous snake or a lion that, it's a wild animal. So you play with them, you have that, chance of getting bit or get eaten, right? But sometimes as human, we disregard the dangers. But that's how it works, right? Same thing, like, you hang around a group of people and, they're doing something and you hang around them, what happened? Now, maybe you didn't do nothing, but you decide to hang around them, so you're gonna face some of the consequence that the action that they took. That's the way it works, right? But you got the power to leave, you got the power to go. But it's up to you, right? God is a judging God, right? He judge, and everybody judge, whether you like it or not. You might want to not accept it because everything you do in life, you judge it before you do, right? Either pain or pleasure. You do it for pain or for pleasure, right? And that in turn into judging, right? You want to hang around bad people, you're gonna face bad consequences. You know what I'm saying? That's the way it works, right? Now your compassion, your feeling about other people, it's great to have that, but you disregard the human, and we're in a bad situation, or facing kind of survival mode, and if we don't have the belief of God, what happened? We doing bad thing, and bad thing that could hurt somebody trying to help us. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way it works. And we live in a society where if you want to survive with other people, you got to follow some kind of law. Now, a lot of people define God law, right? Do whatever you want to do. It don't work that way. And that's why animal are on the bottom chain. Because they think they can do whatever they want to do. They go out and eat everybody, right? Eat other animal, right? And eventually, if they're not strong enough, they get eaten by somebody else. And that's how the animal kingdom is survival mode. So they don't have intelligence to make better choice. Now God, mankind can do the same thing, right? And unfortunately, for a lot of people in corporation, make a lot of money, they become like animal, right? Survival thing. They want to steal, they want to take from other people that create, build, and prosper and multiply, right? They want to escape. They make so much money. What happened? That's why God say, in the kingdom of heaven, it's hard for the rich man to enter, right? Because once they got the wealth, what happened? They think they can control the wealth. They think they can hold on the wealth. So what they do is that they buy stuff of the earth, and they do things of the earth. They think they can escape. What thing that they create, which they can change, right? The thing that they create is going to destroy them, but yet they can change it. But instead of changing it, they want to escape. They want to build someplace, on this earth to escape, which they can't. You can't escape. But they try to, right? But they don't. They can't, right? But that's how they think, right? But if they think better, they can help build and shape the world into the better world in the future for a lot of people. But they got so much money, they don't want that. They don't want to spend the money on helping people. They want to spend the money on building things, taking away from other people, right? And that's their downfall. It happened in history, so it happened again, right? Unless they learn. If they don't learn, it'll happen again. They think they can build island, they can build bunker, they can build all this. It's not going to help them, right? One's going to be alone. Eventually, when the survivor come along, they're going to rob them. They're going to be survivor. I mean, if something happens to the world, if they don't stop it, they got all this money, all kind of stuff like that, and they think the world's going to go bad, and they know they can stop it. They can't stop it, and they think they can build bunker or somewhere they can live on an island. It don't work. Humans survive. Human will survive. And when these humans survive, what happens? When they discover your places, it's not going to be good for you, right? That's the way it works. I mean, it's play out in a movie, man. Come on. You watch a movie. You watch some of these things in a movie. It happened for real, right? And on human behavior, that's how it works, right? If you help human build, create, and prosper and multiply, or you just want to hide and think that you can keep your money and all kind of stuff for yourself, you know what? You can be lonely, right? And when other people discover you, they survive to discover you, what happens? You start all over again. They want to kill you. I mean, and you're going to have a lot of people like trying to go with you, all kind of stuff, but it's not going to help you, right? It's not going to help you. When God put his hand on this earth, but like everything else, he gives you the power to change, and you people that have opportunity to change. If you don't want to change, what happened? You're gonna face the consequence. It doesn't matter, how bad situation you are. You can repent. You can do better, right? But that's the power you got, right? Same thing with individual life, right? With individual life, you can change your life. But if you go with a trend, following the river or following the sheep and stuff like that, you're gonna go to the slaughterhouse or you're gonna go to the waterfall. You're gonna fall eventually, right? The same thing. When you're young, what happened? You likely to follow the trend. You see what you like, you follow them. But the real world, it don't work that way, right? I mean, certain company, they function to get customer, and they gotta have a certain way to get a customer. If they don't get a customer, what happens? They're gonna go out of business, right? So they hire people, and if you think that you go in a company and you're gonna do whatever you want to do, it don't work. It doesn't work, right? You're trying to go to any government, you're trying to take over the government, right? It doesn't work, right? That's a way to do it. But if you go in there and think that you own everything, it does not work. You can build it, right? You can build it. But you think you can take over and steal from other people, it don't work. And that's why the world we're seeing right now, because leaders are stealing from the people. They don't create. People realize, man, working hard it's so hard. They put in time, energy. Even though a person that build business, you know what I'm saying? Man, it takes so much work. All my employees just like they hate me because, I'm trying to build this company and I'm paying them stuff like that, and they look at the amount of money I'm making them with the company to have the company function, and now they be jealous and they want to take me out. When they take me out, they lose their job. But they don't understand that. But they gotta take me out and lose their job, right? I created a company that way they can have a job, that way they can feed their family. And now they want to destroy me, and if they destroy me, they ain't got no job, and they ain't gonna have to go work for somebody else, or they have to live with in the government system where the government tell them what to do, what they can spend, and what they can do, right? They want to destroy me, but I have to provide a job for them. See, that's how it works, right? God created the world for you, the universe for us, for the human, and for all these animals that we can take care of, right? But instead, we define God. Most people define God. What they who? They have to suffer. Suffer who? By man law, right? If you don't obey God law, you obey man law. That's the way it works. So you struggle in life, most likely you follow man law. So start following God law, guys. That's the, I created an H2O formula, human two options. Doesn't matter what you face in your life, you got two options. Either you see a positive direction or negative direction, and you got to take it, whichever one. You don't take it, you fall to the negative direction, no matter if. That's the way it works. The gravity is going to get you. All right, guys, change your lives. Follow God, Jesus Christ, I'm changing my mind. Change your life. Have a good day. Bye-bye.